The true champion in MotoGP 2022 is difficult to predict the real figure. Alex Espargaro's victory in the MotoGP Argentina 2022 further strengthens the assumption that MotoGP 2022 will be a season that will be difficult to predict who will become the true champion at the end of the 2022 season. Alex Espargaro won the Argentina 2022 MotoGP after winning a fierce duel against Jorge Martin at the Termas de Rio Hondo circuit, Santiago, Sunday, the 3rd of April 2022. Martin got off to a perfect start with a lead over Alex Espargaro, followed by Luca Marini and Pol Espargaro. Fabio Quartararo, who started from 6th position, was only able to finish the first lap by being in 9th position. Entering the 5th lap, Martin and Alex Espargaro had started to move away from the drivers behind them to a more than 1 minute 4 second advantage. The lead then became more than 2 minutes 3 seconds on lap 8. Tight competition continues between Martin and Alex Espargaro until half the race or 13 laps. Alex managed to cut the distance to only 0.3 seconds from Martin. At the same time, Alex Rins also began to approach in 3rd position with 1 minute 7 seconds. The change of race leadership briefly changed on lap 18 when Alex Espargaro overtook Martin on the straight, but then again was overtaken by Martin at turn 5. Alex Espargaro's important moment occurred on lap 21. The former Suzuki racer finally managed to pass Martin at corner 5. Martin tried hard to keep the distance and press Alex Espargaro, but Martin began to lose grip on the tires. Alex Espargaro finally gave Aprilia a historic first win in MotoGP. Martin finished 2nd with Alex Rins taking the 3rd podium of the Argentina 2022 MotoGP. Alex Espargaro won the MotoGP Argentina victory. The following is the 2022 MotoGP standings after the 3rd series is over, with Alex Espargaro being the first rider to cross the finish line. Alex Espargaro deserves an additional 25 points from the series. The additional points also lifted Alex Espargaro's position to the top of the standings. Alex Espargaro now has a collection of 45 points, 7 points ahead of Brad Binder, who is in 2nd place. Enea Bastianini, who was previously the leader of the standings, has now been evicted to 3rd place with a record of 36 points. Suzuki racer Alex Rins also began to enliven the competition for the title race. Alex Rins also collected 36 points, as did Enea Bastianini, while the 2021 MotoGP World Champion Fabio Quartararo was only able to finish in 8th position in the Argentine MotoGP. An additional 8 points from this series makes Quartararo now have a record of 35 points. Alex Espargaro won the Argentine MotoGP race through a fierce battle against Pramac Ducati's Jorge Martin. Alex Espargaro, who occupied pole position, had to be willing to see Jorge Martin sped off at the start of the race. After several attempts to follow Jorge Martin failed because Alex Espargaro went wide, Alex Espargaro was finally able to catch up on lap 21. Alex Espargaro then maintained his leading position until the end of the race. MotoGP standings 2022 after MotoGP Argentina. 1. Alex Espargaro 45 points. 2. Brad Binder 38 points. 3. Enea Bastianini 36 points. 4. Alex Rins 36 points. 5. Fabio Quartararo 35 points. 6. Joan Mir 33 points. 7. Miguel Oliveira 28 points. 8. Johan Zarco 24 points. 9. Jorge Martin 20 points. 10. Pol Espargaro 20 points. Since the beginning of MotoGP 2022, it is believed by many that it will be a season that is difficult to predict. and that prediction began to appear in the 3 Series earlier this season. No racer really appears dominant. Defending champion Fabio Quartararo has not even won in MotoGP this season. Likewise with Francesco Bagnaia, who was El Diablo's rival last season. After Enea Bastianini won the Qatar MotoGP, Miguel Oliveira then won the Mandalika MotoGP, and finally Alex Espargaro won the Argentina MotoGP. There have been 9 different riders on the podium in the first 3 races of the 2022 MotoGP. In addition, there is no dominant rider at the top of the standings, with Bastianini topping the standings in the first 2 series and then being replaced by Alex Espargaro after the MotoGP Argentina 2022. Quartararo, who had been a favorite in the 2022 MotoGP, has only been on the podium once, namely when he finished second at the Mandalika MotoGP. Worse results obtained Bagnaia, who has not been on the podium this season. Quartararo, who called the Argentine MotoGP the most difficult race series this season, had slumped to 13th position on the 3rd lap. Honda, which started the season quite impressively with Pole Espargaro finishing 3rd in the Qatar MotoGP, continues to face problems, including the injury to Marc Marquez. Pole Espargaro had an accident at Turn 2 on lap 15. Making Honda's nightmare continued since the Mandalika MotoGP, with Marc Marquez absent from the race and Takaaki Nagakami and Stefan Bradl unable to compete. Yamaha also experienced bad luck entering half the race. Apart from Andrea Dovizioso and Franco Morbidelli failing to finish, Quartararo also struggled to get into the top 10 positions. The biggest surprise so far in MotoGP 2022 is the success of KTM, which is able to win victory through Oliveira and the podium through Binder. Aprilia also surprised with a victory in the MotoGP Argentina.